Hello, everyone. My name is Maitreyi. I am a product manager at NVIDIA. And tying together all the great talks that we've had from this morning, I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about open source at NVIDIA. Because one of the common things that I've heard from people is that the perception that NVIDIA doesn't do as much for open source as it could. But I am trying to change that perception here now. So NVIDIA is committed to open source. We have over the years we have contributed to hundreds of projects, including deep learning libraries on the software side. NVIDIA reference hardware architecture, which is called DLA. Then we have the deep learning frameworks to the latest and greatest from NVIDIA research, and some productivity tools to actually make your job easier. And in fact, almost everything that you heard today is open source. So let's take a little dip deeper into what we have here. Is on the bottom you have the CUDA libraries like Nickel, which is a must for fast inter-GPU communication. That's open sourced. And then you have DALI, which is necessary for your input data pre-processing. It kind of speeds it up to an order of magnitude. And then there's Cutlass, which Steven spoke about earlier. So what's cool about this thing is that you have CUDA, which we are continually improving, and that's our foundation and our core. But we also have open-sourced these amazing and very popular CUDA libraries, which take advantage of those improvements. On the hardware side, we have NVIDIA DLA, which is a reference hardware architecture for building your own inference accelerators. And building on these are our contributions, big and small, to the deep learning frameworks community, such as TensorFlow, PyTorch, MXNet, among others. And these contributions have made those frameworks performant and easy to use. So like just last year, in 2017, we made approximately over 800 contributions to the deep learning frameworks. And I'm sure we'll surpass that number this year. Slightly above that stack, we have this productivity tools which kind of make your job easier, and we spoke about many of them today. You have Rapids, and then there's TensorRT Inference Server, which is a production data center inference server. There's Apex, which is a PyTorch extension, which would make it somewhat easier for you to do mixed precision training and distributed training. Then there's Digits, which is a very popular interactive tool to quickly train your computer vision models. And there's NVDocker, Kubernetes, and so on. And then there's the latest from NVIDIA research that is available on GitHub. So all this goodness from NVIDIA, we have our intention, our mission is to kind of make this available to the deep learning community so you can leverage the work that we have done and build on top to accelerate your science, your research, and your application. But one thing that we don't do a good job of is actually making it easy for you to find them. So for those people who have been to our NVIDIA GitHub pages, you know what I'm talking about. It's like all over the place. So in order to solve the problem, we will be launching this new portal called NVIDIA Open Source Portal, which will tie together all the open source initiatives that we have at NVIDIA, and will make it easy for you to search for new projects, discover new innovation, and just continue to see our leadership in this front. And you would be able to search by areas of interest, by key open source products, pages, and so on. Then, and it's going to be available tomorrow, so do go check it out. Yeah. So I hope I have convinced you that NVIDIA is committed to open source, or at least somewhat convinced you. NVIDIA is committed to open source. We will continue with our open source collaboration. We will contribute more code out there and help sustain the general health of open source. I do encourage you to go take a look at those, try them out, engage with us, give us feedback, collaborate, and help. Contribute to this and make it so that we all can benefit from it. Thank you.